Greetings, Peter Nelson here with Full Service Property Management. The issue of bringing on a new property at, begs the question, when is a property rent ready? And it's an important question. We had an owner approach us several weeks ago saying, hey man, I want you to come in here and rent up our unit. And we're like, that's great. We'd love to help you do that. And so we went out there and we looked at the property, and his definition of rent ready did not meet our definition of rent ready. So I think it's important that we establish kind of a certain standard, so the levels of expectation are there, so we all are on the same page. I want to go over with you a few, about 6 or 7 of the steps that we look for when we consider a property to be rent ready. The first step, the first item, is we want the unit to be what we call hotel room clean. I think that this sets a certain standard of expectation for the tenant, for the owner, just everybody in general. So if there's a layer of dust, if the unit's been vacant for 4 months, a layer of dust is going to develop. We need to clean that dust off. We can't have the carpet stained and things like that. We want it to be just really, everybody knows what is meant by hotel room clean. Certainly in our management agreement, we have the tenants get the unit in hotel room clean when they move out. The second item is we want the carpets to be, if there are carpets, we want them to be professionally cleaned. And that doesn't mean going down to the local supermarket and renting a Stanley steamer. And it typically does not mean using just water or steam to clean it, but actually a professional cleaner. They'll either use a chemical or a water base that will deep clean into the carpet. The carpets are notorious for housing all kinds of bugs and germs and whatever. So as part of having the unit hotel room clean, we want them to be professionally cleaned. The third item is we want fresh looking paint. Now this gets a little sketchy because what might be fresh looking to one person may not be to the other. But for the most part, we don't want stains on the wall. We don't want the color underneath bleeding through. If the unit hasn't been rented in 10 years, you're looking at a new paint job, and certainly even less than that. So we want the unit to look fresh so that somebody moving in there can be excited. We don't paint every time we turn a property over. It really depends on the professional eye of our property managers. But when we're taking on a new property, we definitely want to make sure that the paint is looking fresh. Number 4, we want all the safety items to be taken care of, specifically carbon monoxide alarms and smoke alarms. Typically, we recommend 1 smoke alarm per room and a carbon monoxide alarm per floor. But at the very least, we want them to be operational. Batteries. Some people think that smoke alarms have a useful life of 50 years or something. I don't know. If these things are old and yellowed and crusty, get a contractor pack for $12.95, and just leave your tenants safe. It's very important. Number 5, and this is a big one, listen close. We want all mechanical items to be functioning as they were designed, okay? What does that mean? Well, it means that if you've got a 4-burner stove, but one of the burners is out, then you need to fix the burner. And if you can't fix the burner, then you need to get a new stove. It's really that simple. Yeah, it's inconvenient. Yeah, it's costly. I get that. But you don't want to be moving yourself into a kitchen, into a house with a kitchen that's only got 3 of the 4 burners working. You want the light bulbs all working. You want plumbing fixtures, furnaces, dishwashers, appliances. Get everything working fine. We set a standard. All of the mechanical items in the unit are to be operated as they were originally designed. We're not going to throw some duct tape on there, wrap some baling wire on there. We're going to do it right. Okay. Hopefully we're on the same page with that. And then the last item, and this is a pretty big one too, is no personal property. Okay. The paint cans, that's an exception because they're usually matched to existing paint. But we don't want the old blinds, just all that stuff, lawnmowers, all of it, tarps, just get it all out of there. Clean the place out completely. It just starts, it's so much easier to start with a clean slate. So hopefully these, 6 items can help you understand what it means to get the unit rent ready. Going over them, we want it to be hotel room clean, carpets professionally cleaned. We want the paint looking fresh. We want the safety items taken care of. We want all of the mechanical items to be working, and we want the place cleaned out of all personal property. Hopefully that gives you a fair understanding of our level of our standard for that. And if you can reach this level, I can guarantee you virtually that, yeah, it'll be a lot easier. It's going to be hugely easier to rent your property out. Thanks a lot for looking at the video and for considering full service property management. Make it a great day.